What you do after getting a ticket can make a huge difference. In this video, we'll break down the top 5 mistakes drivers make and show you how to avoid them to protect your rights. Hey, Mark Bigger here. I'm an attorney who grew up in a family of professional drivers, racked up plenty of miles, and got my fair share of tickets. So I started fighting them. Turns out I was really good at it. Now that's all our firm does in court. If you've got a ticket, and if you want to speak with an attorney who you can trust, give us a call at 661-859-1177. Let's get right into it. Number 1, admitting guilt. The first big mistake many drivers make is admitting guilt, either the driver at the scene or in written statements later. It's natural to feel flustered or apologetic in the moment, but saying something like, "I'm sorry, I was speeding," can seriously hurt your case if you decide to fight the ticket later. Keep in mind, the officer is observing and documenting everything. Even a simple apology can be interpreted as an admission of guilt. You don't have to be argumentative, but you also don't have to incriminate yourself. Stick to calm, neutral language. Something like, "I understand why I was pulled over," is enough to be respectful without compromising your case. You're under no obligation to explain yourself on the spot. Your right to remain silent under the 5th Amendment to the Constitution is one of your strongest tools. If you plan to contest the ticket, protecting that right from the start gives you a far better chance of success later. So remember, when in a pickle, take the nickel. Number 2, quarreling with a law enforcement officer. One of the most common and often most regrettable mistakes is arguing with a law enforcement officer. If you've ever been in the driver's seat and feel you've been wrongly ticketed, it's easy to feel frustrated. You might even think you can talk your way out of it. But arguing the officer is a mistake that rarely works out in your favor. First of all, officers are trained to handle confrontational situations. When you argue, you're only escalating the situation. They are not there to have a debate with you about the ticket. They are there to enforce the law and issue tickets, which is what they're trained to do. Arguing doesn't change the fact that you've been issued a ticket. It just makes the officer less likely to be understanding when they write it. Additionally, arguing the officer could result in additional charges, such as delaying a police officer. These charges could create more serious legal trouble for you down the road, making your ticket seem like a small issue compared to the legal consequences you could face. The best strategy when stopped by an officer is to remain calm and respectful. Politely accept the ticket and save any arguments for later, either in court or through legal counsel. You're not going to change the officer's mind on the side of the road, and arguing will only make things worse. Number 3, refusing to sign the ticket. Another critical error that many drivers make is refusing to sign the ticket. Now, this might sound like a reasonable way to resist being ticketed, but it's important to understand that refusing to sign the ticket is a violation of the law in California. When you refuse to sign the ticket, the officer may interpret it as a refusal to comply. This could lead to additional legal problems or even an arrest. The officer has every right to arrest you or take you into custody for failure to sign the ticket. This is not a decision you want to make in the heat of the moment. Signing the ticket does not mean you're admitting guilt. It simply means that you acknowledge you've received the ticket and agree to appear in court or pay the fine by a certain date. It's just a formality that allows the process to continue. Refusing to sign could make the situation much worse than it needs to be. If you're planning to contest the ticket, signing it does not hurt your case. It just starts the process of resolving the situation through the proper channels. Always sign the ticket when asked and save your arguments for court, where you'll have the opportunity to present your case with legal representation. 4, not requesting and preparing for hearing. One of the most significant mistakes you can make to getting a traffic ticket is not requesting a hearing. In many cases, when you get a traffic ticket, the officer will provide instructions for requesting a hearing or contesting the ticket. Failing to request a hearing within the specified time period can result in a default judgment, meaning you will be automatically found guilty and forced to pay the fine. What many people don't realize is that requesting a hearing is your chance to argue your case, present evidence, and show why the ticket should be dismissed. But here's the catch. You need to be prepared for that hearing. Simply showing up without evidence, witnesses, or a clear defense strategy will not work in your favor. Before your hearing, gather any evidence that can help your case, such as photographs, video footage, witness statements, or even statements from experts, if applicable. In court, you can also challenge the officer's observations and the validity of the ticket itself. A traffic attorney can help you build a strong case to present in front of the judge and know what things to argue on the fly. Even if you feel like the ticket is unfair, you have the right to defend yourself. Not preparing for the hearing can result in a guilty verdict and possible fines or points on your driving record, which could also affect your insurance rates. Number 5, not consulting a traffic attorney. Finally, and arguably the most important mistake is not consulting a traffic attorney. Many drivers assume that they can handle things themselves, especially if the ticket seems minor. But traffic violations can have lasting effects on your record, insurance, and even your job, particularly if you hold a commercial license. A traffic attorney understands how to evaluate your case, spot potential defenses, and negotiate outcomes that could reduce or dismiss your ticket. In fact, most cases won are not based on defense evidence. If the officer shows up, the ability to spot errors and know when due process rights have been violated are oftentimes the best way to get a dismissal. Even a quick consultation can save you money, points, and stress down the road. Don't guess your way through it. Get expert help and protect your future. Getting a traffic ticket is frustrating, but how you handle it can make a big difference in the outcome. So don't try to navigate the system on your own. Consult with a trusted traffic attorney to make sure that you're getting the best possible outcome. If you received a traffic ticket and want to know how you can fight it, give us a call at 661-859-1177. We offer free consultations to help you understand your options. Don't let a simple ticket turn into a bigger headache. Let us guide you through the process and fight for the best possible outcome. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more practical legal advice. Tap the next video to keep learning and stay ahead of your next ticket.